folks, welcome back to Trihard Games. This week we're going to be doing some 40k terrain. Just making some L-beams or angle iron. Bit of cardboard, 4x4. Seasonal cardstock over the top to hide the cardboardiness of it. Once that's sandwiched and trimmed, using this plaster scrim tape for a nice gridded floor, just so it's not plain and basic, and then a bit of cardstock and a few shapes to make it a bit more interesting. I like that shape, so that's what we're going for. A SIM card shape. I make 4 of these, one for each corner, just rough it out. And then place and glue them in the corner. Once you're happy with that, I got some coffee stirrers here, just hot glued them into the edge. Wipe off any excess and then snip to the right length. And then for the underside, so it isn't just plain, we do a wee bit of texturing, if you will, on the bottom. Just a few shapes, some of the scrim tape to make a wee vent. I think a piece of straw as well. Make it look like a vent, make it a bit more interesting. And then a few random shapes to break it up. So I put one in the centre there to hide the seams for where the scrim tape meets, and then a few bits and bobs on the underside. That's pretty much solid now. Back with the rhinestones.
Like a rhinestone cowboy. Stop it!
For the rivets, using the smaller ones here for the finer stuff, just slide them off the card into place and then use that bigger one for like a button or something. And then a bit of PVA glue and water just to seal them in so they don't slide all over the place. And then a piece of straw with these fittings I got. So I was farting about this and then I thought I'll make it like an oil rig. And this centerpiece is like the spout that comes out of the top. I don't know the technical term. Thought that's what this started looking like. Put a few up there and then a few cross ones to brace it. It's more to help it give it a bit of structure, them side ones, but it actually looks the part too. That's a bit from an old mouse from the last build, the wheel from it. That natural colour of dirty brown that they come in. And now for a bit more structure, get putting the cross beams on. It does give it strength. Just cutting these shapes out to make a few axes and then a bit of hot glue to hold them in place here quickly because I'm running out of that other glue. Loads of wee hairs you can burn away with a heat gun or a lighter later on, just be careful. If you are doing it, it doesn't melt some of the plastics and your other stuff. Wee bit of gardening wire, hair bobble, some armature wire up the middle. Playing with what to do with the front of this. Some sort of access point. End up using this pit out of the mouse again from the last build, and it looked like a kind of like a wee panel to work at. Good old floor tile for a base.
Suitable for use on all models and bases. Asbestos free.
And then made some concrete blocks, just like bollards for the base. Magic. 4 blocks of Turkish slate. There was 5, I had the 5th one. Still stuck in my teeth. So just putting these things we made at the start on the edge for the legs of our oil art. Shaky hands are bang on center. The blocks were still wet, so the hot glue cooled and wouldn't stick to it, so I had to go over it with a lot of papier mâché PVA glue. They're rock solid now. A bit of plaster dust, or sorry, grout to harden it. We splash of water to activate the stuff, then they go as hard as rock. I try and catch myself saying things really quickly for our Norwegian friends. But here, more structural bracing, not just for the fact, but for actual structural bracing. I'm actually pretty chuffed with the shape. Bit of extra pipe here as a funnel, give it a bit extra, why not? Perfect angle there. Here's a straw. Do you like him? Now the fruit shoot lid. And the idea is cut this under so that it's going directly into the ground. And there you go. We'll put a few rivets on that there. A bit of cabling to make it more interesting. And then a big piece at the top there to cover that bad seam. Roughly as best I can, try and find the centre here. You can see this as an afterthought because that vents there. That doesn't matter. Not really. Then we've got these cut out from the Cricut again. I made these on Procreate and then just shifted them onto the Cricut program and cut them out. And then stack them up in layers. And you get these nice panels. Initially they were going to be flat, but they took up too much space on the platform itself, so I cut them in half and used them as corners. Actually pretty chuffed for how they turned out. Bigger rivets on these ones, kind of sell, it's like it's proper heavy steel or whatever, to protect the operator. I don't know if that's the skin off my knuckles or if that's glue, but it's probably the skin off my knuckles. Some barbed wire from an old build, re-salvaged, to put around the side of these. If you see big pylons that have these on them so kids can't climb on them. Now time for a coat of primer. Using this spray paint, this Coca-Cola Montana Gold, loving it. And then the way it sprayed the base there, I was like, oh, it actually looks like oil is spilled. So when I put the ground down, I spray it again. Giving everything a bolt gun dry brush here. So it's like the bare metal as the legs, like no effort put into it. Like pylons and all are. Give the ladder a good coat because it'd be used a lot. And then picking out bits and making them silver or chrome in this case. So just making the sockets are chrome and doing this off-white. It's literally a white with a bit of brown paint in it. In a extremely heavy, dirty black wash. Let it get into all the creases. and then sieved quarry dust for your base. And then I was like, oh, I've lost a lot of that oily spray look, so I sprayed it black again, wrapped the center up with a bit of paper, and then just spread it directly. There's the number of that spray paint if you're interested. A few barrels, paint these up with a dirty green look, give them a heavy wash. Did a wee bit of rust effect on them, or the camera pick it up, see them browns, and then a wee bit of brown wash here and there. Spread the tips of them tufts that we've been using to kind of make them look oiled up. We quick and easy one this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, try hard. If you're interested, fire a wee comment down. Check us out on Instagram on Q Creates. We also have a Patreon and buy us a coffee if you are willing. Be much appreciated. Thanks very much. Until next time.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in the stars by a rodeo.
I can't remember what I'm making.